So you're judging 3 different categories.
Yeah.
What are the categories?
I'm judging solo, I'm judging loop, and I'm judging founders. So solo, normal, loop, loop station, and then founders is the international one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that get seeded? Is it the individual first, and then the individual gets seeded into the international?
No. So it's actually all one event. So basically, with American Beatbox, they have like so it's a national champs, but they actually have an international tournament as well, so that like people come in from like can support internationally and stuff. It's
Smart and good.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's important to. It's interesting for a couple of reasons, right? Mr. Wobbles talked about this, about people giving like bias to the people of the similar nationality, and that kind of, I think that's kind of inevitable, right? Because like, especially most of the beatbox community, I'm hesitant to say in person because we just talked about this on Instagram, but like, there is a large portion of the community that is very in person. So I think separating the categories by nationality makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like it's because how they're doing it is like they have their national champs, that's like the ranking, and then the international battle is like, okay, everybody gets to now. Like this is the battle for everyone. So it's like it's like regardless of like where like the national champs is like the official title, and then founders is like that big international battle that everyone can like. It's like it doesn't matter where you're from,
Nice.
So,
okay.
It's cool to like give, like, because that's the thing is that now you're bringing in chances for international beatboxers to like like international, like different, like non-American beatboxers to experience American champs and also be able to battle, because it's like why would they go to a national battle if they can't battle? But it's like, well, if they have an international battle, then so
yeah, then they'll come in.
Yeah, right. So
I'm curious. Let's go through each. When you're doing solo, how do you judge that? What's the criteria? Because it's always fishy doing it with art.
So I'm gonna break down what judging is right now, and then I'm gonna break down how I judge, because it's completely different. But I will, like, it's the thing is, like, because I usually am given categories. So then this is how they usually do it. It's usually around total like 40 points, and then they'll divide it. So this is for eliminations. So when you're doing eliminations, it'll be like 50 people. We got to get it down to 16 for the brackets. So for eliminations, it'll be like you'll have 4 different categories, and those categories will be usually like what they would say like before it. It's like originality, musicality, technicality, and then like they literally say it's like it's hard to say because it's all different. Literally, it's all, everybody kind of
has all subjective things. It's all subjective.
So some people have originality, musicality, technicality, flow. Somebody have originality, musicality, technicality, and like it's like cleanliness and flow. It's like pretty much that originality. So how original are the sounds? Did you make the sound or improve on the sound or improve on the texture? Because it's like constantly rising.
Yeah,
like all bass lines get better every year. That's why I like practicing bass lines, because it's one of those, they're endless, because it's a vocal technique. And you can like keep bass, like vocal techniques and bass lines get really depthy. They like never stop. Like there's no stopping of, like, you can't there's no like peak of a bass line for me. It's like they just get higher quality and higher quality every year as people do them.
I don't know if you saw the interview that I had with Dr. Blaylock. He watched your video, and it was a great reaction from him. Like, because what you said is kind of, it's interesting that that's immediately what comes across for both me and Dr. Blaylock, is that is something we pick up without actually being told that that's what's happening.
Yeah.